I am live. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another live, everybody. How is everyone doing? Happy Wednesday. I'm sorry I am a little bit late from our usual appointment time at 12 p.m. Eastern on Wednesdays inside our amazing community. That's because I was just talking to a beautiful entrepreneur that we connected on LinkedIn, Laura. Laura is going to join our community shortly, so we'll be able to really get to know her and all the amazing work that she does. I tell you guys, I just get inspired by all the amazing people that I connect on a daily basis. I mean, this is like the best thing in the world. And she had an amazing book that just came out, and she's coming on my show. So keep an eye out for Laura, The Science of Empowerment, everyone. Really good stuff. So, Laura, I'll tag you. I'll tag you in this video after. But how is everyone doing? I'm back. Hello, Melissa. Hello, Coach Kimball. How are you doing? We also have people from our amazing Instagram community, guys, from my Facebook group. If you're not connected with me on Instagram, hop over there. It's a really cool community up here as well, right? At Alona Lipari Official. And for my Instagram community and friends, hop over to Facebook if you use the platform, and head over to Badass Mission Driven Entrepreneurs Facebook group community, where we have so much fun, don't we, guys? Not only we are a tribe of really purposeful, hard driven entrepreneurs, but we really love to support one another and collaborate. So it's the community that has those values. So if you align with those, definitely join us there. Hello, Nika. Hello. Yes, so I came back from the cruise to Bermuda. Royal Caribbean, guys, um, was a really amazing ship. It's the Adventure of the Seas. I don't know if you have heard or gone on Royal Caribbean, the Adventure of the Seas. It left from Port, I don't want to say this wrong. I think it's Port Authority from Jersey. So it's really in our backyard because I'm in Brooklyn. So I didn't have to take a plane. It was an amazing experience. A lot to do, a lot of food. So it ties in with this topic today of why health is really our new health, right? And why health is so important. Because let me tell you, the food there was amazing. So if I've gained a couple of pounds, it's just because let's blame it on the food. And I was away from my usual routine of what I usually do for my energy levels and the routine that I've established so far from my physical health, I should say. So that's what happened. Um, it was amazing, a lot to do, a lot of variety, a lot of different activity. Bermuda was beautiful. The beaches were beautiful with the white sand, some of them. So it was definitely one of those experiences that if you have kids, I love that I saw a lot of families. If you have kids, it was a really great environment for everyone, really, at all ages, right? So that was that. So this topic today, I want to talk about why health is your new wealth, right? We now understand consciously, collectively, as we all are rising our consciousness as entrepreneurs, as human beings, first of all, we really are understanding what are some things that we maybe devalued before or didn't put as much importance on before, and health being one of those areas. I always say as an entrepreneur, the two most important areas that tend to slack and we tend to struggle with as we're growing our businesses is usually our health and relationships. It seems like no matter what we do, we are always trying to balance those two areas. So if we're doing well with one, it's usually the other area that we are trying to get a good balance on. So, health being the new wealth. I've shared my experience before, but I'll share it again. It took me a couple of years to build my business to this level that I have it in right now. And of course, I'm growing and expanding again because in order to build a legacy business, then obviously you're constantly challenging yourself, you're growing to new levels because you are after impact, right? So the more impact you want to make, the more you are constantly trying to rebalance your priorities, and of course health, as my personal journey has been one of those areas that I have let a little bit slide by, I guess that's the right word, or maybe not put as much focus on, because where should I put my mind first? Right? I mean, do you guys relate to this? Right? Do you always feel like, what do you do first? There's always so many things that are competing priorities in your business and life, right? So life happens, as I always say. So those are some of the things that I have recently have been able to really put a big focus on this area for myself. Because not only are my energy levels, and in order to create the growth of business that I am looking to create and the impact that I want to make, then obviously I need to take care of me, right? Long term, I need to take care of my health, not only physical, as I say, but also mental, spiritual, and all these different areas that are so important because we are in the triangle, right? I always say. So reminded, or speaking of the Bermuda Triangle, right? Of health, being physical, being mental, and also being spiritual. So because of that, I have definitely put a big focus on this area lately. So that's kind of why I wanted to come on and share with you guys some of the things that I'm doing that might be helpful for you as well, as you are also maybe are, slacking off like I did for a while in this area, because we just don't have time, right? That's a major excuse I used for so long, that I don't have time because I'm building my business. I'm too busy, right? But obviously it'll catch up to you, and most of us, um, sometimes we don't react on things that, don't give us an immediate fire or something that we have to actually react. We just tend to procrastinate things. So that's kind of what I have done with this area as well. So some of the habits that I'm put in place that might be helpful to you guys is I have worked out for at least 5 years. So physical exercise has been my regimen for a couple of years now. I go to the gym daily now, for that many years, because I started this when I was a corporate CEO before I even pivoted to my own business, because I just needed to let a lot of stress out. And I needed to find a way where I was feeling much more calm and in control of making, having mental clarity to make really good decisions, or important decisions, I should say. And this, of course, continued in business, because being an entrepreneur, you are put in charge of making lots of decisions for your business. So, getting the mental clarity that you need by working out is not only a necessity for your physical health, but a lot of times seems like a necessity for our mental health. So that's kind of something that I have done for many years now. The other thing is meditation and journaling. I always say that I can't live without these two tools. Is it tools or two things that I've implemented a while back? And again, and the more impact I make, or I want to make with my calling, the more I rely on meditation as a practice to guide me through a lot of very important decisions that I need to make, right? Whether what is the next best thing to work on, whether what is the next big move I need to make, or strategy that I need to follow, what is the next alignment that I need to make in my life and business. Those are all things that I usually rely on my meditation to answer for me. So those are also two tools that I have used over time. That's for my mental and spiritual health, right? To really curate that and make sure that I have a space daily to do just that. And then for my physical health and body, I found the Amazing Nutrition line of Arbonne, and I use their products. They have amazing shakes, clean products that they offer, and I'm utilizing those for my physical food, so to speak, feeding my body the right foods. And it's high alkaline diet. So I know for a lot of us entrepreneurs, we definitely need that in our diet because of the energy levels that we need. So that has been a God saver. So that's something that I've implemented as well as far as my physical routine as well. So those four things is what I swear by. And those are some of the things that I constantly keep an eye on lately, and I have put a major focus on because I know how important this area is. And in order for us to, as I said, make the impact we want with our businesses, I think it's important to keep an eye out on our health, right? Because if we're out, then what's going to happen to our business, right? That's the entrepreneur's worst case scenario, worst dream. It's like if I'm out, sometimes I have a fear over my brain not working. And of course, I don't know if you have felt sometimes the overworking of our brains really might lead to fog or brain fog, or you just don't remember many details, or you might be more forgetful. So these are some of the symptoms, I guess, that happen when we are not really giving ourselves the time and space into our day-to-day so that we take care of this very important area of our lives. And of course, I mentioned mental health. As entrepreneurs, a lot of times working from our homes, from our studios, wherever you are in the world, I think it's really important to understand that mental health breaks are really very important as well. I talk about this to my team as well. I always say that, make sure you take care of your mental health because I need you. You are not here for the moment, you're here for the long term, right? So take care of your health, your mental health, take frequent breaks if you need to, and then go back to whatever you're working on. I think this is so important, especially if you're constantly working and you feel like you are working from home a lot of times, because the balance between both things tend to be very thin. When I used to walk or work outside my home as a CEO, my usual traditional 9 to 5, of course, I would go and then I would try to not bring work at home, right? Maybe by 5 or 6, I would be, disconnected from my work. But when you are on your laptop, you are on your phone, you are at home, a lot of times there is no disconnection. So our brain doesn't really understand the difference between the environments. So we tend to constantly be on. So that obviously really hurts our mental health. So that's something that I think we need to constantly be aware of. And by we, I mean also me. Hi, Ivan. Hello, Sabrina. Thanks so much for joining. Thanks for joining, guys. I hope you're having a good day. Let me know in the comments, where are you based and what are you up to this Wednesday? And how are you taking care of your health? Most important, because that is the topic that we are talking about today. So let me know as you are commenting on that. Awesome. So as usual, from my Facebook group community, the ones that are able to join, guys, let me know, how are you taking care of your health? Let me know what you're doing as an entrepreneur to take care of your mental health. Most important, as we're speaking about this. And how do you set boundaries between your work and the spacing, the brain spacing, I would say, that we need so that we can process the work we're doing day to day. We're processing ideas, we're processing conversations, we're processing information all the time. So how are you ensuring that you're doing this? So let me know in the comments as well. So Awesome. So as I wait for those, I want to thank those of you that joined me here today on my live, and we will cross join communities, as I said, from Instagram into the Facebook group community. So thanks so much for joining, and I'll see you guys in another live. Bye for now.